Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sly. And man, I watched a lot of football this week, and man, a lot of former Niners watching them play, and it's like, man, I think we dodged another one.
Another one.
Another bullet the Niners dodged, and man, I don't know if anyone watched that Monday Night Football game. Former 49er Javon Kinlaw. Man, it was bad. It was pretty much what I saw when he was with the Niners, and it never made sense to me why he was on the team last year. He should have been cut. There was guys that were better than him that were cut, and honestly, he should have been one of the dudes that was off the team. It's an unsolved mystery, man. It's like that one TV show back in the day.
Capture of an accused killer. Join me. Perhaps you may be able to help solve a mystery.
And by the way, did you ever watch that show? You ever watch that show back in the day, and you thought you were like a detective, like watching that, like wondering, I know who killed him, Yeah, man. Sorry to go off on a tangent there, but yeah, Kinlaw, it was rough, man. Like, you see Jets fans all over Twitter just ripping them. How could you have 3 penalties in a span of a minute and 30 seconds? That's like a new record right there, just getting dumb penalties and just getting blown off the line of scrimmage. That's pretty much what he did, with the Niners. He was always getting blown off. But I know late in the season, there was like a push for some Niner fans and a few people in the media talking about, oh, we need to re-sign Kinlaw.
Baby, come back.
And I was like, are you freaking mad? Like, are you nuts? Like, hell no, you don't re-sign Kinlaw. He is who he is, man. He's a dude that, right now today, some of the Jets fans are calling him the worst player they've ever seen in a Jets uniform. And, he was bad for us, man. I remember NFC Championship game against the Eagles, him just getting blown 5-10 yards off the line of scrimmage. And he was doing that yesterday too. And as much as we hate, a lot of these pickups that the Niners have through the year, especially these first round picks, you have to give them credit, what they did with Eric Armstead, who looks like he is a shell of himself, not keeping him around. And then with Kinlaw too, he got 1 year, $7 million. And there was talk about him coming back. And it's like, dude, that would have been wasteful spending too right there. So, I mean, you got to give this organization credit because it looks like they see it, man. They see it that the writing was on the wall for Armstead, Kinlaw. And, I mean, the run defense seems to be, other than that Cardinals game, our run defense seems to be a little bit better. I mean, am I wrong? Because I know 2 years ago, our run defense was horrible. Actually, even last year in the playoffs was actually trash too, Again, the Lions, they worked us. Packers worked us. So, I mean, it's a work in progress right now with our D-line. But let's be honest, those last 2 games that Evan Anderson played, the game against the Patriots, remember, he didn't play against the Cardinals. But him playing last week against the Seahawks, he had the best PFF grade, by the way. I think in both games on that defensive tackle position. I know on the defense in total, he had the best PFF grade. So Evan Anderson looks like, way light years better than Kinlaw. And even this year with Armstead, So keep Evan Anderson on this damn field, Don't be going back starting T.Y. McGill, the fossil. It's like, dude, come on, bro. Like, what are you doing here? So, I mean, yeah, man, watching that game last night, it just brought me flashbacks, man. You know how those guys back in Nam, they have, I have a few uncles, went to Nam and stuff, or war, and they have like PSD, That's kind of how I felt like, dude, like, how could you get blown off, set 10 yards back from one freaking guard or something like that? And he's too tall, That's what the problem that I had with him. I know Matt Mayoko on his podcast would always talk about, I got to give him respect because he was like, dude, he probably shouldn't be starting for the Niners. Like, he needs to be benched. He's like one of the only ones, It seemed like everyone else was afraid to tell it like it is after the whole situation with Cone. But he actually told it like it was. Like, man, he needs to be benched, And kudos to him for saying that because yeah, he had one of the worst PFF grades of the year for any players, like a 35 grade. The only dude that was lower in that game was, who you guessed it, Solomon Thomas. Another horrible pickup, but you know, it's weird because we get a lot of these late picks, undrafted free agents, 7th-round picks like Brock Purdy, Evan Anderson, undrafted free agent, Sam Okuwanu, who just, I don't know, I think it was undrafted free agent, I don't know, with the Titans, but then he gets released, and look what he's doing with us. He's another dude that got a sack. The only guy that got a sack against the Seahawks, bringing constant pressure. One of the better dudes in the run game. I think he statistically has the best run defense player on the team. It's just like you could find these guys like later on in the draft, undrafted free agents. Like that's where we're hitting, man. Like that's where we're finding gems. And it seems like in these this first round, man, we're just like cursed, man. Like we're cursed. We lost 3 first-round picks for Trey Lance. So that's 3 picks right there. Solomon Thomas, 1st-round pick, bust. Javon Kinlaw, bust. You can't forget about Reuben Foster trading up for bust. So, and then Mike McGlinchey's not a bust, but is he worth a 1st-round pick? Is he worth all that money that he's getting? I don't think so, man. So, yeah, it seems like those later rounds, that's where we're hitting, man. That's our moneymaker right there. And the NFL had us lose a draft pick, which is absolutely BS, because that's where we hit over accounting issues. And then Houston does the same shit. They mess up with their accounting too, and nothing happens to them. And the NFL's the one that found out about it. The Niners are the ones that told the NFL, hey, we got something wrong right here. They still were not over the cap. And then look at, we get penalized for that, and Houston, nothing happens to them. And then look at our last game. What happened there? I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent here, but this is BS, man. New York's full of shit. They touched the ball right in the hand. Oh, we don't have enough video evidence, bro. Are you kidding me right now? Absolute BS, man. And then the NFC Championship game against the Eagles, same crap, where Devontae Smith didn't catch that ball. Not enough evidence. And then there was a video right there, right after the play, when the Eagles hiked the ball. It's BS, man. So, I mean, oh, man, I can't stand Roger Goodell. I know if I'm going off a tangent here. I just brought that up. My head came up, and hell no, man. That's BS, man. So, screw the NFL, because we do great in the late round picks. And it looks like we kind of solved our run issues because of guys like Evan Anderson stepping up. Kevin Gibbons, I think he's having a solid year, even though he's not the greatest. He's having a good year. Obviously Collins, he's doing his thing. Kalia Davis is getting into form. So I like these guys. Like, I like these 4 dudes. I know, what's his name's hurt, Jordan Elliott. But when he comes back, I think that's going to help the run game too. So I'm happy with that instead of Eric Armstead, who would have got paid $28.5 cap hit, and then Javon Kinlaw, who's making $7 million, way overpaid. I'll take that. I know Hargrave, they're saying he might come back later. That's what Lombardi was saying, and that would be solid. But I think he's better a third down guy, because he's not even good against the run. So, man. Losing 2 defensive tackles, I know a lot of people were concerned about that, but come on, man. Javon Kinlaw is horrible against the run. Eric Armstead always hurt. And when he's there, he does solid against the run, but no pass rush ability. He had that 1 year where he got 10 sacks and he got paid. We lost Buckner, and that was a huge mistake. Buckner, since he's been gone, 3-time Pro Bowler, All-Pro. Big mistake there. So, man, you got to give them credit, though, because they said, you know what, we're going to lose 2 defensive tackles, and both of them have been pretty much horrible with their respective teams, man. I mean, and I know, like, again, Jets fans today are just going crazy on Javon Kinlaw because, yeah, he's pretty much exactly how Niner fans that watch the film they know who he is, like how he is, what kind of a player he is, not person, what kind of player he is. And again, it's not his fault that these guys got drafted early the first round. It's obviously the GM's fault, the coach and staff's fault that pick him up. But I'm talking about as a player, you gotta play better than that, man, because if not, they're just gonna be coming after you guys like, dude, you can't be playing that bad. You can't have 3 penalties in a minute and a half, pretty much get kicked out of the game, pretty much. And yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy out there. But yeah, I like the guys we're rolling with. Hopefully we make maybe a few transactions during the trade deadline, because like a few teams are making some moves. But yeah, we still need help. Other places, maybe another defensive end that might help out, because we're pretty thin there. But overall, man, this offseason, as much you could hate it, we had some small solid pickups, some small solid pickups like Malik Collins, man. Malik Collins better than both Javon Kinlaw and Eric Armstead. At least this year, he's playing really good. So that's what I got, man. Let me know what you think about your boy, some of your guys' boy, Kinlaw. I know some people get mad. How dare you talk about Javon Kinlaw? It's like, bro, these guys used to be with us. We could talk about him, man. Jerry Rice, when his ass left. Man, when his ass left, you were watching him with the Raiders tear it up. Like, I was so pissed off when we got Jerry Rice, because he still had 2-3 years in him. And what happened? The next year, he was a Pro Bowl, All-Pro, went to the Super Bowl. I was like, hell no, please don't win a Super Bowl with the damn Raiders, And so you wonder what these guys are up to, how they are doing. And you want to know, you kind of don't want them to succeed just because the only guys you want to succeed are Niner players, Let's just be honest. You want them to succeed in. Yeah, man, if he would have been balled out doing his thing, getting sacks, getting pressure, stuffing the run, you'd be like, damn, I was wrong about Kinlaw. Maybe we should have kept him. But, it looks like in this situation, we were right. We were right. So, all right, man. Went off on a tangent there, but that's what I got. Let me know what you think. If you watched the game, if you saw that train wreck last night. All right, like, comment, subscribe. Talk to you next time. Peace.